Welcome. My name is Colleen Enright, and I'm the Future Center Coordinator. The Future Center is dedicated to supporting the engagement of Adams 50 School District students through future-forward thinking. One of the ways that you can assist students in their workforce and college readiness is by supporting us in the implementation of the new Individual Career and Academic Plan, ICAP curriculum, which is a graduation requirement in the state of Colorado and can be found in Empower. This year, the district's ICAP curriculum has been rolled out to every student in 6th through 12th grade. As counselors, we believe in this work. We believe in the power of looking to a future, making a plan, and opening as many doors as possible in the process. Our intention for today is to cover the purpose of ICAP, how it aligns with the personal social competencies being measured by the district, and how students and teachers view and work within ICAP. Taken directly from the Colorado Department of Education's website, the ICAP is a multi-year process that provides intentional instruction for students regarding post-secondary planning. The high school ICAP focuses directly on tasks such as building resumes or applying to college, while the middle school ICAP takes on a more foundational, proactive approach and mainly focuses on skill building to prepare students for high school and beyond.
Hi, I'm Katie Hebert and I'm the High School Future Center Counselor. Adams 50 has incorporated the following personal social competencies into the ICAP curriculum: self-managers, effective participators, team workers, reflective learners, and future orientation. Within each competency, there are 4 themes that contain specific learning targets. Every 2 months, the district is focusing on one of the 5 competencies. The schedule is as follows. Self-managers examines how to be an effective manager of personal resources and emotions and will be the focus of August and September. Effective participators asks students to be fully present when actively engaged with others and involved in the problem-solving process and will be the concentration of October and November. The topic for December and January is team workers. Here, students will learn to collaborate as a member of a team by assessing and utilizing the strengths in the group, assuming leadership roles, and engaging in evaluation. Reflective learners readjust when things don't go as planned, work on long-term or multi-step projects, and learning how to give and get constructive feedback. This will be highlighted in February and March. Finally, the last 2 months of the year will center on future orientation. Students will focus on learning from challenges, making planned decisions, and understanding how to communicate in a variety of situations.
Hello, my name is Jessica Reed, and I'm the Middle School Future Center Counselor. There are 4 themes in every competency. For each theme, the target proficiency level is set at 3. Here is a sample visual of one of the personal social competencies with all 4 of its themes and the different proficiency targets on which a middle school student in particular could be working. Later in this presentation, you will be shown how you can see all proficiency levels for a target on your scoring screen. To begin, we will start with what you as a teacher will be seeing. And the first step is for the scoring teacher to assign the correct ICAP curriculum to his or her students. Start by verifying that you are logged into your Google account. Next, you will access the Empower website, which you can do from the district's main page. Once you have logged in, click the magnifying glass, select Playlist, select Show Items Created by Anyone, type ICAP, click Search. This will bring you to a page that has many results. You may have to scroll down to the bottom and view more until you find the original playlist for the level that you are teaching or scoring. The course will show as an asterisk, ICAP, level, then the grade level equivalent you are teaching or scoring. It should not say copy, it should say by account ICAP, not by anyone else. Once you have found the correct one, click Assign. A box will pop up. Make certain to select Assign Original. Then, click Assign To. From your list of classes showing, click on the class to assign them the course. If you have mixed levels, in this first level of implementation, you are asked to group students according to their grade level equivalent and assign them to the correct level of the ICAP curriculum.
As a teacher, to access the actual content of a playlist, you will search for that playlist exactly as you would for assigning students to a course. Once you have found the correct level that you want to use, that has been created by account ICAP. You will click on the large number to open the course. For this example, we will view the 10th grade playlist. Once in the screen, you will see a playlist that is identical to what your students will be viewing.
For both the teacher and student, the ICAP playlist starts with an introduction to the ICAP, followed by an overview of the personal social competencies from the district, and for the high school, the sphere quiz. The middle school will not be utilizing this activity, and it will not show on their playlist. For each of the 5 competencies, there will be a set of sub-playlists. For example, you can see that in the first personal social competency, self-managers, there are goals and objectives, the sphere quiz action plan, and a set of activities. This same pattern will be true of all 5 competencies. And for the middle school, their playlist will be shorter and only show the goals and objectives and activities due to them not taking the sphere quiz. When you click on the activities playlist, it will open to numerous sub-playlists for which there are learning targets. At the middle school level, there will be an overview of the domain, a goal-setting activity that is linked to that domain and is being used in lieu of the sphere quiz action plan, the voice and choice, which could have 4 to 5 activities, which will allow students to demonstrate learning in that competency, and finally, a culminating project.
For the high school curriculum, students will also have an overview, and sometimes there will be a voice and choice, but they will also have specific activities related to college and career preparation. The number of activities a student must complete is determined by his or her level. Regardless of a student being in middle school or high school, a minimum requirement for number of activities that a student has to complete in each sublist will be listed at the top of the page. Now, using a middle school playlist as an example, we will show you how to maneuver to find an activity, as well as how that activity screen shows differently for you as a teacher than for the student, which we will also show you later in this presentation. Once you are in the correct ICAP course for which you will be teaching, you may have to search through multiple screens to find a specific activity. We will be providing you with a map of activities so that you can more easily find their locations. For this example, we will be looking for a specific activity in future orientation. Once in this screen, we will be heading to Voice and Choice, which houses multiple activities related to this personal competency. Finally, you will find the activity you would like students to complete. In this case, we will focus on personal mastery. This is what you will see every time you enter into a particular activity, and the format is quite different than the student screen. To start, it will show you the goals and proficiency targets under the Goals section. By clicking on the resources, you as a teacher will have access to view just the resources used in the activity. Finally, by clicking on the action plan, those same resources will be showing, as well as both the teacher and student instructions.
Here is a view of those directions you will see as the teacher. Everything in green is for teacher eyes only, and everything in yellow is what students see. There are additional instructions or resources given to just the teacher, so it is imperative to preview the lesson ahead of time if you are either teaching or scoring a lesson. Once again, all scoring targets are set at level 3. When you are scoring, there will be an icon with a lowercase I and a circle in the scoring box. If you click on that icon, a pop-up will appear in every proficiency level for that particular target will be available for you to view. Dr. Sandoval will also be providing a spreadsheet of what to look for all competencies and learning targets. This will be released every 2 months as the new competency is introduced. Additionally, students can be scored by observation on the personal social competencies as long as there is written documentation on how they have met that target in the comment section of Empower. The goals and objectives are not a scored playlist, but rather an overview of the competency and the 4 themes the students will be learning in the ICAP curriculum.
Here's a list of the various types of ICAP activities students will be accessing or completing in the curriculum.
This is an example of an ICAP activity from the student's view. An important thing to remember is that students must be logged into their Adams 50 Google account at the same time they are working in Empower, as their Google Drive will often be talking to Empower. Students are provided with a very short description of the activity, the targets, many times there are more than one, the description of the target and a goal score, and a space for their current score to show once they start turning in assignments. There are 4 tabs that they will be working through in an assignment. The first one explains the goals. Next will be the action or steps to complete the activity. The third tab is the locker, where they turn in assignments, and finally, a place to provide feedback. Once in the Action tab, students may find a variety of resources, such as a Word document like this one, that students will be asked to open and read. Remind students that not all of the directions show up initially, so they will either need to select that expand icon or click through all of the white arrows until they reach the end of the activity.
Sometimes there will be a link to an outside website for students to either read an article or, similar to this, they're being asked to take a quiz. Oftentimes, they will be asked to open a Google Doc and save it to their Google ICAP folder. When they first click on this, a white box will pop up to show that a copy of this has been saved in their locker, tab 3. This is important, and they don't have to worry about the locker until they're ready to actually submit that Google Doc for scoring. When they click to open the document, it will show up in Google. However, if it shows up as view only, students will not be able to work in the document. To create a workable Google Doc, students will click on File, make a copy, add their first initial and last name to the title, and click OK to make a copy. Now they're all set to work in that document.
Oftentimes, students will be asked to view a video from Vimeo or YouTube. Students can do this independently, or you may want to project it and view it as a whole class. The same could work if students are asked to read a PowerPoint. Frequently, students will be asked to respond or reflect in the space provided below. To do this, they will click Start, type in a title, and a dialog box will then open. When they are ready to submit this for scoring, they will click Save and they will receive a confirmation message.
Here is an example of that reflection assignment that was just submitted into the locker. If there was a Google Doc required for the lesson, a similar image would be showing here. Once a student is ready to submit their work for scoring, they will click the circle, it will turn green, and the scoring teacher will receive an alert in Empower that an assignment is ready for scoring. The final tab is for the student and scoring teacher to communicate.
Please be reminded that the school district has provided staff members with our own Empower training curriculum for any additional questions on the use of this system. So please consult that website or the person who has been assigned to your building for Empower support. We hope this training has been beneficial and appreciate your time and effort in supporting students' post-secondary and career readiness through the ICAP. Thank you.